You know, every once in a while, a car comes along that doesn't just push the envelope, it rips it up and rewrites the rules entirely. And that's exactly what Mercedes is doing with the upcoming Vision EQXX 2025. If you've been following electric vehicles at all, you've probably seen how most brands are trying to one-up each other on range, speed, or futuristic design. But Mercedes, they've gone all in on efficiency. And this car might just be the most efficient EV ever made. From the moment you look at it, the EQXX feels different. It's not some wild concept car that looks impossible to ever hit the road. Instead, it looks sleek, low, and purposeful, like every single curve, line, and vent was designed with a mission in mind. And guess what? That's actually true. Mercedes spent years tweaking this thing to slice through the air with as little resistance as possible. In fact, the drag coefficient is so low, it makes even their Formula One engineers proud. Just imagine a car gliding almost effortlessly, wasting barely any energy as it moves. That's what the EQXX is built to do. Now, here's the part that really blew me away. Mercedes didn't just stick a giant battery pack inside and call it a day. Nope, they actually went smaller, lighter, and smarter. The EQXX has a battery that's about half the size of what you'd expect in a long-range EV, yet it can still travel over 620 miles on a single charge. Yeah, you heard that right, 620 miles. That's like driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco and back with juice to spare. For anyone worried about range anxiety, this car is basically the cure. But efficiency isn't the only story here. Mercedes is also teasing a kind of hybrid approach. No, not hybrid in the gas plus electric sense, but hybrid in terms of versatility. The EQXX isn't just a smooth city cruiser, it's built with enough durability to handle longer road trips, uneven terrain, and even some light off-road action. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't a rugged G-Wagon ready to crawl over rocks. But Mercedes is clearly thinking about drivers who don't want to be limited by perfect conditions. They want the EQXX to feel just as capable on a mountain highway as it does gliding down the Autobahn. And let's step inside for a second, because the interior is where Mercedes always flexes, right? The EQXX is no exception. The first thing you notice is how airy and futuristic it feels. Instead of drowning you in buttons and dials, the cabin flows smoothly with sustainable materials everywhere. We're talking recycled fabrics, vegan leather alternatives, and lightweight composites that somehow manage to feel more luxurious than traditional options. And then there's the screen. Oh man, the screen. Mercedes basically turned the entire dashboard into a single, seamless digital display. It stretches across from one side to the other, giving you navigation, entertainment, vehicle stats, and even some AI-powered assistants that actually feel helpful instead of gimmicky. It's like sitting in a lounge that happens to move at highway speeds. Comfort, of course, is top tier. Mercedes knows people buying this car aren't just looking for efficiency, they want the experience. So you get sculpted seats that hold you perfectly, ambient lighting that adjusts to your mood, and a sound system tuned so well, you'll probably end up sitting in your driveway just to finish a song before heading inside. Now, let's talk about price, because I know that's the big question. Mercedes hasn't officially dropped the exact numbers yet, but based on everything we've seen and the level of engineering involved, the EQXX is expected to land in that premium EV territory. Think somewhere north of $100,000. Yeah, it's not going to be cheap, but then again, this isn't meant to be your average daily commuter car. It's more of a statement piece. Proof that efficiency doesn't have to mean compromise, and that the future of driving can be both exciting and sustainable. And if you're wondering how it stacks up against past models, that's where it gets really interesting. Take something like the EQS, which was already impressive with its range and luxury. The EQXX takes that DNA and cranks it up several notches. It's lighter, it's more efficient, it's sleeker, and it actually manages to look more futuristic without feeling like a spaceship. Compared to the older EQC or even Mercedes flagship S-Class EVs, the EQXX feels like a generational leap forward. Like the kind of car we'll look back on and say, that's when everything started to change. I think what excites me most about this car isn't just the numbers or the tech, it's the philosophy behind it. Mercedes is showing us that the next era of EVs doesn't need to be about stuffing in bigger batteries or chasing insane 0 to 60 times just for bragging rights. It can be about building smarter, using less, and going farther. That's a shift that could redefine not just Mercedes, but the entire electric car industry. So yeah, the Mercedes Vision EQXX 2025 isn't just another electric car. It's a glimpse of the future. A future where efficiency is sexy, luxury is sustainable, and range anxiety is nothing but a distant memory. If this is the direction Mercedes is heading, I can't wait to see what comes next.